Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Snark Bait. I'm Christy,
I'm Sophie.
and boy, do we got a lot to talk about today.
Woo! So we are recording on Friday, March 20th, and yesterday, Thursday, March 19th, was when everything Taylor Frankie Paul kind of blew up. And yeah, we were, I feel like, just in a war room all day yesterday.
No, we really were. I think we were on Zoom for close to 4 hours, or maybe even 5, yesterday, talking about all the latest developments. Obviously, the story is still developing. We have nothing to say on it at this point because we just recorded the emergency press conference. So if you haven't listened, which I doubt you guys haven't at this point, head on over there for all of our thoughts as of Thursday, March 19th. But yeah, it's been quite the week already. Sophie, how are you? How have you been? What's on the docket this weekend? I know you have a visitor. You guys are
Yes,
gonna go
my
explore all the
cousin.
restaurants.
Yes, she's a big foodie, so we are going to get some good food and go shopping. I'm really excited. And then, yeah, otherwise, it's just been like a really, really, really busy week. So I am ready for the weekend. What about
Yeah.
you?
Uh, Honestly, nothing this weekend. We were working with Olivia on our Substack, substack.com/ at snarkbaitpod. And we do reality TV recaps. And I do want to quickly touch on the Southern Charm reunion. Have you watched yet?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I don't think this is on the document, at least from what I looked at, what you wrote last night. But we have like the funniest reality TV recaps on there. If you guys don't already know, I think we've influenced a lot of you to start watching Bravo because we did receive a comment saying, ladies, I didn't watch Bravo until I started listening to your show and now I'm hooked. And we're like,
Yeah,
you're
someone was like,
welcome or you're sorry.
yeah, someone was like, I used to have a life before you guys convinced me to watch Bravo. Yeah,
And
sorry.
that's just us being, well, us.
Us.
And yeah, Southern Charm reunion was incredibly triggering, but we have a little bit of a surprise for our Substack subscribers in Friday's newsletter, and a bit of a surprise for our Wednesday patrons as well tomorrow. So, I mean, we just got a lot of surprises over here at Snark Bay
We
Pod.
do have a lot of tricks up our sleeve, that's for sure. But yeah, wait, what did you think of the Southern Charm reunion?
Um, oh, I think that I was like crying for Sally.
Yeah, that was like disgusting. About Austin, basically, if you guys have not watched or don't care about Southern Charm, essentially, Austin slut shamed Sally and basically said that she was like a bar rat and she was all over the streets and that's why he didn't take her seriously as a prospect and she has like a high body count. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was
No,
very slut.
no, that's
It
exactly what he
was
said.
it was so slut shaming and also so hypocritical because 2 seconds earlier he was like, "Oh my God, Craig and Shep and I used to terrorize King Street." Like they were basically saying that they were, man
They were,
whores.
yeah, they were being sluts.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh, so gross. I also was just appalled, per usual, at Craig
I mean,
and his
I was
performance.
gonna bring up that was phase 2 of my shock. I think really quickly to go back to Sally really fast. I was quite honestly disgusted by the way that people were talking about her at the reunion in front of her face, basically asking Austin, "Why are you so embarrassed by Sally?" And basically him admitting that he couldn't dispute those allegations. He was like, you could tell he was embarrassed. It was very clear they
Yeah,
had slept together. It's very clear
yeah.
that Sally wants to settle down. It's very clear Sally wants to start a family. She's serious about being wifey, and no one takes her seriously. And whether or not that's like her own doing or whatever, to talk like that about, to hear people talk like that about you in front of you and then also in front of national television, my heart went out to her. You could just tell. I would have cried if I were in her position. I just felt so badly.
I know. I felt bad for her too. And yeah, I think that some of it is self-inflicted, the way that she like shamelessly throws herself at Austin. I think that, some of it is in like a jokey way. Like, I feel like she's trying to be funny sometimes, and it's not, like, I feel like she's ironically, in a way, obsessed with Austin. I don't know. I feel
I
like
agree.
she does it on purpose.
It's a bit at this point.
It's kind of like a bit. Like I think it's in a way funny, but clearly Austin is not going to take her seriously because of it.
Yeah. But let's go back to Craig, like you just
Oh
mentioned.
yeah. So Craig obviously takes no accountability, and the way that they all pointed out the fact that every apology that he ever gives has a but at the end. And Whitner also coming after him.
Sophie, when he goes, Whitner, this is your first season. You have no idea how this works. Sit down.
Like, shut the fuck up, Craig. Shut up.
This being Whitner's first season have anything to do with what he's saying about your character? Nothing.
Exactly. He's right. He's literally correct, Craig. He's so annoying. I mean, the funniest part also, and like Austin sucks also. Like everyone here sucks. Austin calling Craig a narcissist, or Andy was like, do you think that, you know, Craig is a narcissist? Because Whitner's assessment during the season was Craig has narcissistic tendencies, and then Austin has a victim complex.
Yeah.
And it's just the perfect storm. And everyone was like, oh my God, that's so accurate. And then Andy asked Austin if he thinks Craig is a narcissist, and he was like, yes. And then Craig goes, I can't be a narcissist. I'm an empath.
Oh, the empath thing killed me. The entire
So
time
funny.
when, like, the latter half of the episode, when people were piling on Craig, his words, the whole time I just kept thinking about how trapped Paige must have felt in that relationship. Like, I just felt like it makes so much sense why, like, what she endured in that relationship was probably, she'll only know.
Yep.
The only person that may understand is, like, Naomi. But he is a very scary individual. And I would not want to be on Craig's bad side. And I'm glad that people were calling him out. And the lack of self-awareness was astonishing to me.
Astonishing. I mean, like, I don't know if Craig is a narcissist as much as he is
Agreed.
just like a fucking asshole.
Yes, agreed. I don't think he's a narcissist. I
Yeah.
mean, people throw that word a lot, and it's actually because it's watered down. The actual definition of the word has now become watered down because everyone is using it in like pop culture on TikTok and stuff. I don't think he's a narcissist by definition.
Yeah.
But I think he's just a huge dick.
He's an empath.
I was dying though when Sally goes, if I could take Austin's personality with Craig's looks, it would be the perfect man. And Craig goes, somehow both of us were offended.
I know, because it's
I was
like,
LOLing.
you're saying that Craig has a shitty personality and Austin has like a shitty appearance.
I know. I was laughing so hard.
Oh my
By the
God.
way, do you watch Southern Hospitality?
No, but everyone yells at me for not watching it. So I know I need to watch it at some point. Do you watch
Same.
it?
No, I know Olivia's obsessed, but you know that Charlie's now dating, allegedly, someone from Southern Hospitality who's
Yes.
hot.
Yes, I forget his name, but
Tall, dark, and handsome, he appears.
he is tall, dark, and handsome, but also appears to be like an influencer. So like, I don't know. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
Interesting. I also want to, I know that we mentioned the Taylor Frankie Paul stuff, which again, we had an entire episode about it. We don't want to touch on it again, but can I just point out really fast, because this is something that we forgot to mention when we recorded. Do you know what I'm about to say?
Oh my God.
Nick Viall. You guys, there's a video going around of Nick Viall taking credit, and this was back when she was announced, taking credit for coming up with the idea to cast Taylor Frankie Paul as Bachelorette. And his quote is, well, it's happened. Taylor Frankie Paul is your new Bachelorette. You're welcome, Bachelor Nation. You're welcome, ABC. It was literally my idea 3 months ago. I gave them the idea, taking full credit. And now with all of this stuff coming out, did you know that they have said they are not going to touch the Taylor Frankie Paul stuff because it is too sensitive? They won't be discussing the situation, as if they have ever strayed away from sensitive reality TV topics. How convenient, though, after bragging that you came up with the idea to cast her. Now you won't touch it. You won't talk about it.
I was cracking up, Sophie, when you posted a picture, like a screenshot of the Age of Attraction of Nick on screen, and then you zoomed in on his face. I've never seen so many DMs.
His Botox eyebrows. By the way, I wasn't watching. I got that photo from Reddit.
Right. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't even assume.
No.
I knew it was a screenshot of something else because like you wouldn't watch it. But I was cracking up because everyone was like, God, a trigger warning would have been nice. Like, Jesus. Like, everyone's just so offended by him.
My favorite thing also is perusing the Age of Attraction subreddit, even though I'm not watching the show, and seeing all of the people discovering Nick Viall for the first time. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with him? It's so funny seeing him exposed to a new audience that like didn't know who he was, and they're like, ew, like what's his problem? And they're all grossed out by like the age difference between him and Natalie and the fact that they met when he was 37 and she was 19. Apparently the show is like not going over well. Like people are really grossed out by it.
It's like promoting grooming. It's really bizarre.
Yeah, it's like extremely problematic, and that's why I'm not watching it. And it doesn't sound like I'm missing anything because everyone says it's like not even entertaining anyway.
That's what I heard too.
But speaking of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, there was another, big news day. Crazy that, there could be something else among the Taylor, Frankie, Paul of it all.
Yeah.
Did you see that Jessi Draper, her husband, Jordan, is filing for divorce?
Yes. Can you walk me through it? Because this is where I left off, right? I watched seasons 1 and 2. I watched the first episode of season 3. One of the bigger storylines, I think, in season 3 was that she cheated on him with whatever his name is from Vanderpump.
Marciano, yeah.
Marciano. And from what I saw in season 3 was Jessi saying, listen, me and whatever his name is, what's his name? The husband? Jordan and I had been having problems. We were separated when Marciano and I made out. We didn't have sex, da-da-da-da-da. That's kind of where I left off. So is it shown on season 4 that they've been having marital issues?
Oh, yeah. I mean, season 3 and season 4, he is 100% emotionally abusive. I feel pretty confident saying that. And I think that anyone else watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives would agree. Yeah. He says, you make me act this way. Like, you make me do this. He always turns everything around on her in a really disturbing way. He makes me incredibly uncomfortable. He also, dubbed himself the leader of dad talk. Like, he's so thirsty and embarrassing. I just think he's absolutely disgusting. And what I think is really sad and potentially scary for Jessi is on this season of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, you can tell that she wants out of her marriage. It's very obvious. What is holding her back is the fact that she finds out that her prenup with Jordan, because they had been married for 5 years, when they got married, she was not worth nearly as much as she's worth now. Obviously, all of these women have blown up in recent years from TikTok and from the show. They are worth many, many, many millions each. And apparently, they did not have a witness sign the prenup, and they did not have a witness there, whatever that means.
Like they didn't have it notarized or something.
Yeah, something like that. And so her prenup is probably null and void. And she, on the season, realizes it. She's like, oh my God, I am going to lose millions. He's going to try to take me for all I'm worth. And then she says, and then also her family members say, I think it's her father who is her business, helps her run her business. Yeah. And they're talking about it, and they're like, Jordan is a bad person to be married to. He would be even worse person to be in a divorce battle with. Oh, God. He's they describe him as incredibly vindictive. He just is speaking of dark energy, there's something incredibly nefarious about him. And so I am wishing Jessi the absolute best. Yeah, he is a bad guy. I mean, they all are. Literally everyone in Dad Talk is bad except Connor.
Yeah. I actually have a friend of mine who...
And Chase, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. He's from what I remember...
No, but Chase had a good season 4. And then Connor is super, super, super supportive of Whitney. He's like, I will be a stay-at-home dad. I don't care. He's so supportive of her. And then he picks up Magic. I know that you're a big fan of Magic, Christy.
I love Magic.
Yeah, so you actually would love following along with Connor's little journey there with
Whitney's
Magic.
Husband. Yeah, cute.
Yeah, Whitney's husband. So everyone else in Dad Talk, trash, except Connor and Chase.
Oh my God, Chase is a big wow.
You need to catch up.
I know. I think this weekend I'm gonna coop up and watch Secret Lives.
Oh, please do, please.
Because I gotta get it. I gotta get in on this. I think. Yeah, I just have to. I need to understand what people are talking about. At first, I was like, the show is too junior for me, but now I'm like, you know what? Might as well.
Yep.
Okay,
Take
can
an
we
edible.
Exactly.
Get your TV dinner ready.
Exactly. Can we talk about a rumor, allegation about Usher and Justin Bieber?
Yes, please, please, please.
Okay, so TMZ reported last week that there was an incident between Usher and Justin at Beyonce's Oscars after party, and it was star-studded, right? Taylor Swift was in attendance, Travis Kelce, Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler, Tiana Taylor, Timothy Chalamet, Kylie Jenner, Austin Butler, Jacob Elordi, Emma Stone, Emma Watson, Kendall Jenner, Megan Fox, like everyone was there. And sources connected to Justin tell TMZ that Usher approached Justin at the party with, quote, energy and anger, and the two got into a heated exchange.
Usher approached Justin?
Yes.
Okay.
And Justin's sources are now saying, no, there was no physical contact, but the interaction was, in fact, intense. And TMZ did try to reach out to Usher and his team to see if they had, comment on it, but Usher's team has not yet heard back, or TMZ has not heard back from Usher's team as of March 20th. And I just want to point out that the last time we ever saw Justin and Usher out together was in 2022 in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, which, by the way, we've talked about this. Coeur d'Alene, Idaho is like a very ritzy area that celebrities actually really like to go to randomly.
Yeah, is that where Kendall... Oh, I actually don't know if that's where Kendall's mountain house is.
Perhaps.
But a lot of celebrities have, like, mountain homes there.
Patrick Schwarzenegger got married there.
Yes. I've
And,
never been to Idaho.
I have not either, but Kim Kardashian visits often too. But it's like one of those kind of hidden gems, not hidden gems, but places where people like, no, celebrities go to Aspen, but they don't know they go to Coeur d'Alene.
Yeah.
But people have speculation ever since the Diddy allegations came out that Usher could have been kind of like a Ghislaine Maxwell for Diddy, and Justin resents Usher for putting him in those nefarious situations at such a young age. I mean, Justin was a child. He was 12 years old. And then I had to go back in time and realize, okay, what is Usher's actual connection to Diddy? Like, why would Usher even put Justin in these situations, right? And if you guys don't know, Usher has admitted that when he was only 13 years old, he actually lived with Diddy for a period of time. Okay, when Usher was 13 years old, he lived with Diddy in the 90s.
God.
He admitted this on the Howard Stern show in 2016. And Howard Stern asked Usher, he was like, what was it to live with Diddy? Was it L.A. Reid's idea? Who's like this big time producer, L.A. Reid? Was it L.A. Reid's idea for you to live with Diddy? And Usher says, they were very curious. He said, quote, there were very curious things taking place during my time living with Diddy in New York City.
I don't even want to know what that means.
And Howard Stern's MC on the podcast goes, so no women came up to you and and Usher goes, no, I never said that. Like, I watched the clip. No, I never said that. And in my mind, I'm like, so you're telling me that women were approaching you when you were 13 years old, when you were living at Diddy's house. Let's just take a step back for a second. That's molestation. If something actually did in fact happen. And Usher then says, he's like, when I lived with Diddy, there were famous artists, running around the house like Biggie Smalls, Lil' Kim, Craig Mack, Faith Evans, Mary J. Blige. They were also hanging around us at the time. And Howard Stern and his assistant were like, oh, were you guys staying up till 4 a.m. partying with Diddy and his entourage? And he's like, yeah, usually I would stay up longer than them because, he's young. He has all the energy in the world. And he also said in this interview, sex is so hot in the industry, man. There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people got in a room and having an orgy. You just never knew what was going to happen. So it's like, this is Usher's experience, his own coming out of his own mouth in the 90s living with Diddy. Then, as Usher grows up, he's a mentor to Justin Bieber. Scooter Braun and Usher are both mentors to Justin Bieber. Then he puts Justin Bieber at 12 years old in that same position and has him live with Diddy, knowing exactly what he himself went through and the trauma he probably endured, that he's probably not even facing, admittedly. I have no doubt that Justin Bieber feeling some type of way now that Diddy's been incarcerated, feeling some type of way towards Usher. Like, I just feel so much for Justin, and I do feel like Usher has gotten out unscathed from all this, like, craziness that is Hollywood. He's kind of become, like, he's kind of portrayed as this family man, but I feel like there definitely is a dark side to Usher. And it's kind of sad because, like, how could you not come out of that Diddy situation in the 90s unscathed? Like, I do have sympathy for Usher as well, being a young child and being put in those positions.
Absolutely.
But it's like, you kind of... Then you basically copy and pasted your experience to Justin Bieber, knowing what you knew.
You can't repeat the cycle. You have to break it.
Right. So I don't know. It's a developing story, obviously. I think that Dumois reported that, like, the exchange never got physical, but it was emotionally heated.
Why do you think Usher confronted Justin?
That's what I don't know. And I think that it's one of those things where we'll never know, like when Solange, lunged at Jay-Z in the elevator. Like, it's one of those things where I feel like only the people involved will really know.
Yeah, we'll never know what happened in that situation. Just like with, Lamar Odom, Chloe, Rob.
Yeah, Rob.
We'll never know. There's
your
some
Roman
things
Empire.
we'll never know. My Roman Empire, we will never know.
And I think the reason for all these three incidences, I think we can all kind of understand that there is something so much more insidious than we will ever fully grasp.
Yeah.
To all three situations. And that's why we'll never know. Because only the people that are involved hold those secrets.
Oh my God.
Like, this deserves its own episode, obviously, but I just
really
found it
does.
curious that Usher was really propped up as Justin Bieber's, like, father figure. That's what we were told, at least, when Justin was coming up in the industry.
Yes.
And
They
now,
were like a, kind of a package deal.
yeah, or like maybe Big Brother type situation.
Yeah,
maybe not
yeah,
father
yeah.
figure.
Totally. You know what's interesting is that, I mean, it's not that interesting, but just last week, a video was going viral on Twitter. Like, everyone was talking about how, "Oh My God" by Usher is like such a banger, and it like stands the test of time, which it does.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like, that is like one of the best songs of all time.
Rock.
Like, so good.
It's good,
and
yeah.
he performed it a bunch of times with Justin. And a video of them performing it together was like going viral just last week. And I was like, oh my God, they used to like, be like so
They're so talented.
attached at the hip.
Yeah.
And they're both so talented, obviously. But yeah, a ton of darkness there, obviously.
There's certainly trauma there. And I don't blame Justin for trying to leave that in the past and like not really wanting to engage with the people in his life that kind of exposed him to things that he
Absolutely.
really didn't have a say in.
Yeah.
So. Your girl likes to have a good time. Is that illegal? But sometimes that sucks about going out is how awful you feel the next day. And thankfully, Cheers is here to change that. Even if you're just having a completely normal night, like a couple glasses of wine at dinner, a friend's birthday, whatever, the next morning just it hits differently. Even if I think I'm doing everything right. Baby snarks in their 30s and above, I know you know what I'm talking about. And what I didn't realize until recently is that it's not just dehydration. Alcohol actually affects your brain and your liver, which is why you can feel off even if you drank responsibly and did everything right. This is why I'm so happy I discovered Cheers Restore. They're capsules you take after your last drink or before bed, and the ingredients support both your brain and your liver. I personally keep them on my nightstand, so if I go to dinner, have cocktails with friends, or just have a random Tuesday night glass of wine, I take them and actually feel like myself the next day. And this isn't just some random internet product. Cheers was originally developed by a Princeton student, was featured on Shark Tank, and has sold over 50 million doses, which makes sense because it actually works. Take Cheers Restore after your last drink or before going to bed and wake up feeling at least 50% better or your money back. For a limited time, our listeners are getting 20% off their entire order by using code SNARKBAIT at cheershealth.com. Just head to cheershealth.com and use code SNARKBAIT for 20% off. After you purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know that we sent you.
In case you haven't heard me talk about it 750 million times, I am an auntie. And for as long as I can remember, my nephew Miles' favorite things to eat are Little Spoon. Literally since he was a little baby. They're literally the kind of meals and snacks that you want to steal from them because they look so good. Miles is now newly 3. He's growing up so fast, I can't believe it. And he loves the Little Spoon plates now. They're easy, heat and eat meals with superfoods and hidden veggies, perfect for picky eaters and getting mealtime on the table in minutes. His favorite and my favorite is the mini pancake puffs with chicken, vegetable, maple sausage, and sweet potato, along with the mac and cheese with invisible butternut squash and carrots. I'm hungry just talking about it. Little Spoon also has the best snacks for when your toddler is on the go. Miles loves the puffs. They're organic, made with simple ingredients, and easy for his cute, chubby little hands to grasp. With 100+ ingredients banned across the board, you don't have to overthink labels or second guess what you're serving. It's already been thought through for you, and that confidence makes all the difference for parents and aunties like me everywhere.
Feeding the kids doesn't have to be complicated. Little Spoon makes it easy with real, nutritionally balanced meals and snacks designed for every stage. It shows up ready to go, takes the pressure off, and somehow still gets devoured, veggies and all. No artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners either. And you know what? That's a win I'll take every time. Get 30% off your first online order at littlespoon.com/snark with code SNARK. That's LITTLESPOON.com/snark with code SNARK for 30% off your first order.
We've talked before about how OneSkin isn't just hype or fancy packaging, it's science. Especially during these bitter, cold winter months in New York, my skin feels like sandpaper these days. I'm so desperate for genuinely effective and hydrating skincare. And that's where OneSkin comes in. The OneSkin founding team started out by figuring out that if visible signs of aging like fine lines, wrinkles, and loss of elasticity are all caused by the same so-called zombie cells, the best course of action is to reduce those cells to slow the aging process instead of just trying to cover it up, Again, this is science, and that's why it works. While most skincare brands are just band-aids to surface level problems, OneSkin treats skin at the cellular level with their patented OS01 peptide, the first ingredient proven to target senescent cells, the root cause of those aforementioned wrinkles, crepiness, and loss of elasticity, all the key signs of aging. Don't believe me? These results have been validated in 4 different clinical studies. OneSkin is the real deal. Born from over a decade of longevity research, OneSkin's OS01 peptide is proven to target the visible signs of aging, helping you unlock your healthiest skin now and as you age. For a limited time, try OneSkin with 15% off using code SNARK at oneskin.co/snark. That's 15% off oneskin.co with code SNARK. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Speaking of Oscars after parties, this Joe Burrow stuff, which you guys know how I feel about Joe Burrow. That's my guy. But I'm I don't know, I feel like we're losing him a little bit.
Yeah, so many people DM'd us and said, I need to know what Sophie thinks about Joe Burrow leaving the Oscars with Stassie Baby, Tate McRae, and Alix Earle.
And Jake Shane. Don't forget Jake Shane.
Oh my God, I tried to forget. Okay, and we'll get to him. Don't worry. We have him here on our notes.
We will get to him.
But everyone was like, Sophie, what do you think? And I think, fortunately, just Wednesday, Wednesday, March 19th, he was spotted with Olivia Ponton at Michael Rubin's fantasy football draft in Beverly Hills. So I think all is seemingly well with him and Olivia, but it doesn't take away from the fact that he was kind of getting cozy with the it girls of Hollywood. What did you think when you saw that, Sophie? What were your thoughts?
I mean, that's my guy. That's my man. What is he doing out on the town like this? Go back to Cincinnati and study film. Yeah. I feel like he's becoming so, and I know this is people in Cincinnati say this all the time. They're like, Joe's, he's becoming too Hollywood.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to happen. He's an NFL superstar, extremely good looking. It was,
Jesus Christ.
So it was just inevitable, it was obviously going to happen. But, I think that I do actually feel a little bit bad for Olivia Ponton because it's stand up, this man clearly doesn't claim you and is clearly okay with embarrassing you. And Demois first reported that they left the Oscars after party together, him and Stassie Baby and Tate McRae and Alix Earle and Jake Shane. And then was like, you guys, fear not. Joe was just getting a ride. He was just with Olivia Ponton at this Fanatics thing. So I don't know. Was he hooking up with one of them? Maybe. We know that Tate McRae is dating Jack Hughes, who was the one that scored the game winner at the Olympics for the U.S. hockey team. And Stassie Baby and Alix Earle are single. Except right. Alix Earle has recently been spotted with Tom Brady, and it seems like Tom Brady, shaded Joe the other day.
Yeah, so at this fantasy football league, not Joe, Tom Brady was on stage, and he said something on stage that was seemingly mocking Joe Burrow. He goes, that's what they called Joe the other night at the Oscars parties. Wildcat. Well, at least he's here. And everyone was like, wait a minute, is Tom Brady shading Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow was seen with his woman just a couple days prior?
Imagine Tom Brady and Joe Burrow fighting over you.
No, like, what I'm saying, and I mean this, and I'm saying it with my whole chest, Alix Earle is bigger than the Kardashians at this point.
Oh, absolutely.
Alix Earle is the moment. She is probably the hottest celebrity right now, period. Like, she is the it girl, and she has completely ascended TikTok influencer fame. Like, no. She's just one of them.
Oh,
at this
well,
point.
I was actually reading about the Vanity Fair Oscars party, and that under the new editor-in-chief, I forgot his name. Let me look it up. Under the new editor-in-chief, who, you know, is kind of responsible for making sure this party goes smoothly and the guest list is impeccable.
Sure.
They were very, very, very strict about the guest list this year. They, like, did not want a ton of influencers. They didn't want, you know, YouTubers or even, like, minor league TV stars. Like, they wanted it to be, like, the creme de la creme of Hollywood. And Alix Earle made the guest list.
That's right.
So
That's fucking right. No, I'm telling you, she is the ultimate flex, and I think she toes the line between
Mark Giudici, sorry, is the new Vanity Fair editor. Sorry.
Well, you know, he made the right decisions because I think Alix Earle, she toes the line between being relatable, being genuine, but at the same time, she's like the most privileged person on the planet. She lives this fabulous life. Mm-hmm. She's so wealthy. She's earned so much money over the last 5 years. Like, I don't know what about her. She just has this it girl factor, and I just love her. Like, I have no notes about her, and I think that people often compare her to Alex Cooper because, you know, Alex Cooper was kind of like her mentor at one point, and obviously that went to shit.
Oh my God, I don't even think of Alex Cooper when I think of Alix Earle. Alex Earle was huge before Unwell.
Right. But I think that Alix Earle has admitted that she did look up to Alex Cooper because she was daddy gang in college, and then she got signed on to the Unwell Network. They did this podcast episode together, But I feel like Alix Earle is who Alex Cooper wishes she was before she got married. Do you know what I mean?
I feel like Alix Earle is who Alex Cooper wishes she was, like, today, honestly.
Yeah, because I think Alix Earle, people look at her and just like, you go, girl. Alex Cooper, people look at her and they're like, ugh. Like,
because Alix Earle is actually, like, likable, I think. And,
very likable.
And, you know, comes across as authentic and genuine. I mean, at least to me. Like, I know that Alix Earle probably has plenty of critics out there, but I will say that she transcends, like, the generational divide. Like, I know, like, Gen Xers that watch Alix Earle videos, and then obviously I know, like, you know, the 20-year-olds that are obsessed with her. It's like, I feel like just there's something about her that people really relate to or enjoy. Yeah. But speaking of Oscars after parties, once again, let's talk about Jake Shane. So
we need to talk about it. I'm so glad that you wrote this up.
Yeah, so I know this happened. We're recording, like I said, on Friday, March 20th, and the Oscars were this past Sunday, and I feel like this has been a big news story all week that I've been dying to talk about.
Which, by the way, sorry to interrupt, but I was going to say we did this live chat on Patreon. So, like, our patrons are so dedicated. They were on with us for 4 hours. Like, we were live.
Oh my God, it was so much fun
the entire time. Like, it was so fun. I just have to shout the business runners out because that was like such a fun little 4-hour
I know, it was such a fun watch party.
Yeah.
So, okay, there's been a lot of discourse over the past few years about influencers as red carpet interviewers. So, as we know, Jake Shane was one of the interviewers hired by Vanity Fair to do the Vanity Fair party red carpet alongside Quen Blackwell and Brittany Broski. And he has been getting ripped apart all week for how immature, unfunny, unprepared he was. And we've been saying it, by the way, that, like, he's not funny. Like, I don't watch him, I'm like, oh my God, he's so, like, witty and hilarious. Like, he's not, in my opinion. We saw that, like, clear as day, in my opinion. Also, Quen Blackwell, that was, like, his partner on the red carpet. They were paired up together, and, like, they just didn't seem to have chemistry. Neither of them really seemed to do that well in these interviews. Brittany Broski, on the other hand, people had pretty good reviews about her, and I feel like she has more experience, I think, than the other two in terms of interviewing celebrities. She's been around for just longer, it seems like. But essentially, there's two moments that have been going viral about Jake Shane. Actually, a couple moments.
Right.
So he makes a joke. He's talking to Julia Fox, and he is asking these celebrities like what their favorite Oscar-nominated movie was. Julia Fox says, "If I had legs, I'd kick you." And he makes a joke about how, wasn't the kid so annoying? And keeps like talking over her. And Julia Fox is like, "Well, no." And then Quen Blackwell says, "Well, is it the mom's fault that the kid was annoying?" This is, by the way, a terminally ill child in this movie. Terminally ill. And Julia Fox goes, "I can't say that." And she is trying to like explain it. And they're kind of talking over her and making faces. And he says, "You know, that kid was so damn annoying," and like rolling his eyes. And Julia Fox, very articulately describes the fact that, it's the system. The system is setting up women, mothers, to fail. And that is kind of like the point of the movie. And she even exits the interview when she's like, "Okay, I need to go. We've kind of dragged this on a little bit." She was like, "Okay, I need to end this interview." Like it clearly was like extremely uncomfortable.
Oh no.
And so if that wasn't enough, Jake Shane made the same joke to Damson Idris. And he talks over Damson again because Damson said, "My favorite movie was If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You." And he goes, "You know, that kid was so damn annoying. He was like, 'Mommy, mommy, mommy, shut up. God damn.'" Like screaming. It was so annoying and embarrassing. So annoying. And these clips went viral. Daniel Daddario from Variety wrote an entire kind of, I don't want to call it a hit piece, but it was ripping him apart. It says, "It was an object lesson on the fact that for all it gets denigrated, red carpet reporting is journalism, and there's more to being a journalist than conducting a one-sided screaming contest." And the Vanity Fair Oscar party red carpet is not where many people turn for insights about the state of the world, but every little chip away at standards of excellence is something that our culture cannot get back. It sounds prudish and corny, but it's hard to imagine the inventor of the VF Oscar party, Graydon Carter, an editor who stress tested every single word on his magazine's cover, would have thought that a TikTok personality and podcaster with one joke expressed with increasing volume but no other development was an appropriate booking. Like anything, red carpet reporting is a craft and ought to be practiced by people who know what they're doing.
Correct.
So I do agree with that. At the same time, I'm like, is red carpet reporting journalism though? Like, would we say Juliana Rancic and Joan Rivers were journalists? I would say they were more like personalities.
Yeah, I was going to say media personalities.
Media personalities.
Yeah, that came
exactly. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, get fucking like
Diane Sawyer on the
case. Yeah, exactly. Get like Malcolm Gladwell. Like, I don't know, like these like serious journalists. Like, that is not, I think, what the red carpet necessarily calls for, but you have to be funny and like quick and good at it and a good conversationalist. And I think that Jake Shane having these like podcast interviews with celebrities, and he's even said like, "I'm not a journalist, you guys. Like, what I'm having is a conversation." That doesn't make him like a good conversationalist. So many of his interviews, the clips that I've seen, is him turning around the conversation back on himself.
Yes.
And that seems to be what he was doing. I don't know. What were your thoughts?
I think that Jake Shane, and people said this about Paige DeSorbo as well, in Hannah Berner when they did the, what was it, Golden Globes? I can't remember.
They actually did the VF Oscars red carpet last year.
Okay, that's what I'm recalling.
They can't get it right. Actually, Vanity Fair, if you're listening, give Christy and I a shot. I feel like we could be good.
We would queen out with everyone.
We would.
But particularly Leo.
Leo would love us. We always talk about how, like, Leonardo DiCaprio, like, would probably, like, we would just, like, have fun with him.
100%.
Not in a creepy way. We would just, like, giggle together, I think.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, no, I think that Vanity Fair is missing the mark. Like, they're so specific about who they want on their after party, but when it comes to red carpet interviews, they're like, you know what? Let's close our eyes and pick this one.
Yeah.
Like, why are they so selective with one but not with the other? Makes no sense to me. Make it make sense. But I was going to say that, listen, I think that it's probably a lot harder than we understand. And,
totally.
But what I will say is that you have to come as prepared as you can be. And I think that was our criticism last year with Paige and Hannah. It's like, I bet you genuinely, if I were asked to do this, I would probably like get very nervous being in front of A-list celebrities, and then I would flop. And everyone was like, she's so stupid, this, that, and the other thing, when in fact, it's probably a lot more difficult than we give it credit for. But I think it's actually less on Jake Shane and more on Vanity Fair for selecting people that don't know how to conduct themselves professionally in that setting. Jake Shane is used to being on media, like on digital. He's not used to being on like center stage at one of the biggest events in pop culture history.
And he seemed nervous, for sure.
Yeah, and so listen, I hate Jake Shane as much as most of our baby snarks do, or as much as you. But I think it's more so shame on Vanity Fair for giving someone a platform that they really aren't prepared for. And I do think from a journalist point of view, or someone like Naz Perez, for example, she's like a red carpet correspondent, or Kelty Knight, also a red carpet correspondent, Entertainment Tonight. Those are the people that I think we need to be having, because they can ask the hard-hitting questions that viewers also want to ask. I think they have the professionalism and, frankly, experience to do these gigs. So I think Vanity Fair needs to take a step back and realize that after the last 2 years, we've kind of flopped on these red carpet interviewers. Let's maybe take it back to basics. And I can imagine for media personalities like Naz Perez, like Kelty Knight, they get really frustrated too. They're like, dude, we've been prepping for this for decades. And then you give it to Jake Shane? Like, it's almost a slap in the face.
Did you see the interview that Kelty Knight did with the Cutting Room Floor podcast?
No.
So I didn't listen to the podcast because it's Patreon only, but I did see clips that went around, and several clips, went kind of viral where she was like, this needs to be handled, like red carpet interviewing needs to be treated with the respect it deserves. And she basically was denigrating the fact that, so many of these publications now are hiring these TikTokers and influencers who, again, like you're hiring this personality, like, that you're not hiring the Kelty Knight who is actually going to be able to ask the questions about If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, a very serious movie about with really important social commentary. Obviously, Jake Shane is not going to like dig into that like Kelty Knight would.
Yeah.
But that's what they're choosing. And she also took some shots at Sierra Miller.
Oh,
did you know that?
I didn't see Sierra Miller's kind of correspondence, but what did she say?
I didn't either. Like, none of the clips. So I will say that also, I know I'm like all over the place right now. Mary Beth Barone is someone that people have said, because she did the Golden Globes red carpet.
Yep.
And people loved her interviewers.
She's cool. I think she's funny.
She's so funny. She was very funny, very quick. Like, just the banter, every single conversation she had with a celebrity was funny, and not in like a, oh my God, shut up kind of way. I feel like Jake Shane was like trying so hard to like have a moment, and it was like, shut up. Like, she actually was just being like genuinely witty and putting them at ease, and you could tell they really liked her. Anyway, Kelty Knight said that Sierra, she didn't call her up by name, but she said for the Wuthering Heights premiere, they chose a Summer House star who, she looked great. She was just meeting Jacob Elordi. She was meeting someone for the first time.
Yeah, it's a meet and greet.
Yeah, it was literally like Kelty Knight was talking about how so many of these interviews are like, oh my God, hi, it's so nice to meet you. I'm such a big fan. You look amazing, blah, blah, blah. And Kelty was like, no, like get into the meat and potatoes.
Yeah.
And and Sierra also was hired to do the
cut.
The Oscars red carpet for the cut. I haven't seen a single clip of hers going around.
Me either.
So I don't know what that says. I don't think it had any viral moments at all. But, Sierra, I think, is still early on in this. All of these people are early on in this. I think Jake Shane, too. As much as, like, we don't like him on this podcast, like, I think if they put in the work and actually prepared for this, and I think that is something that, again, Paige and Hannah have gotten criticism for. Paige also did the Actor Awards recently, and people did not think that she seemed prepared.
Right.
One of the quotes that actually Olivia put in our newsletter recently was Paige saying to Jessie Buckley, Hamnet was so serious.
And I could totally hear her saying that too. Like, I hear that in my brain. Yeah.
I think that, there needs to be a level of preparation. I think that Jake Shane also apparently talked in his podcast that he preparing or studying up on these movies and studying up would make him more nervous and more anxious. And it's like, well, no, That's not how it works, actually. The more prepared you are, the less nervous you will be. I feel like that's pretty much
That's a universal rule.
Universal
Yeah.
rule of thumb.
Right.
But wait, what about the Kris Jenner comment?
Oh my God. This one actually was, it was less, it was different in the Julia Fox clip. It was more so cringe. So if you guys didn't see this, Kris Jenner approached Jake Shane and hi. She goes, oh, hi. So how'd you get this gig? And Jake was like laughing, but you could tell, I don't think Kris Jenner meant it condescendingly. I think she genuinely like just said it. Oh my God, how'd you get this gig? Like very confused. It was subtle, but so powerful. And I felt like Jake Shane has to live with that. And then having that clip surface on the internet so many times and time again, I would be so embarrassed if I were Jake Shane.
Yeah, and Jake Shane goes, I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
So it like went super viral. Also, the last thing I'll say about the Vanity Fair Oscars party, did you see that there was a whole like long read? I think it was maybe in the Hollywood Reporter. I could be making that up. Wherever I read it, it was one of those trade publications about how the lighting on the red carpet was apparently, it's usually famously good. Like celebrities love it. Like as soon as the Getty images hit, they're like, hell yeah, I look amazing. Apparently the lighting was so intense and so bad at the Vanity Fair red carpet that like celebrities were incredibly upset about the photos that have come out from it.
Oh, really?
I mean, if you see some of the photos, like you can see every pore. Like the
Yeah,
lighting
yeah.
is very intense, but like they're also like human beings. So
Right.
like
I kind of like seeing that
everyone
because
has
I'm like,
pores.
oh,
me too.
You have pores too.
It makes
Love
me feel
that.
better. Kris Jenner looks 70 in these photos. Like she doesn't look like she looks like on Instagram.
On the Kardashian or on the Kardashians when
Or
they're
on the
having a Paris
Kardashians.
filter every second.
Yeah. But like, I mean, they all look great. They all look amazing. They're celebrities. They have like the best like, you know, estheticians and injectors in the world. But apparently that was like a big thing that I thought was hilarious.
Yeah, I always love and appreciate when I see Instagram like no filter, Kylie Jenner at the Oscars. I'm like, hell, you know what? Hell yeah.
Pores,
Yes.
smile lines.
A little bit of a
Kylie
wrinkle.
Jenner, if you go on Kylie Jenner's Instagram, you would never know that she has like these, like the smile lines. But then when you see her on the red carpet, you're like, oh, she does.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you guys, there's just, it was quite an enjoyable Oscars, I would say. Like, I had fun.
I had fun, and I think Conan O'Brien did a good job hosting. I think that Conan O'Brien and Nikki Glaser just need to like host everything. Like Jimmy Kimmel, no. Like I'm so done with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, it's tired. It's been played out too many times. Like,
He's
enough.
just like so boring as a host. I just like
Yeah.
don't think he's entertaining. But I thought Conan was funny, and yeah, I loved, you know, Sinner sweeping, Michael B. Jordan winning. Part of me was like, when will it be Timothée Chalamet's turn?
No, but have you seen the discourse about people saying Timothée Chalamet is getting the Leo kind of treatment?
Yes, so they're gonna make him work for it.
Yeah.
Leo had to like be in a bear carcass to
Yes.
win an Oscar for The Revenant. Like
Revenant,
what's Timmy gonna have to do?
I mean, if you guys have ever seen Timothée Chalamet in the movie A Beautiful Boy with Steve Carell, I think I've talked
So
about this
good.
before. That to me was Oscar worthy. And this was like earlier in his career. This was, I think, maybe even prior to Call Me By Your Name or very close to Call Me By Your Name. If you guys are unfamiliar with the plot, it's about this like teenager that Timothée Chalamet plays. Steve Carell is his father, and Timothée Chalamet's character is dealing with intense drug addiction and substance use. And it's a beautiful portrayal, like a beautifully tragic portrayal of like family dynamics shifting when you lose a child to addiction. And
Yeah, he should have been nominated for that movie also.
I think so. I think so too. And it's just devastating. Like you have to be in a really sound place to watch it. And it takes place in Marin County, which is north of San Francisco, and they shoot a lot in SF too. So it's a very, very good film. I think it's on Amazon Prime the last time I checked, but he should have won for that.
I actually just watched Wonka for the first time
I've never seen it.
last weekend with Henry. And Henry was like, I love this movie. I watched it on a plane once. I was like, that's random. But
Yeah.
he was really good in that too. He's just like consistently good. I feel like with Leo, so you kind of take it for granted because they're so good in everything.
Yeah.
But Michael B. Jordan was amazing in Sinners. I love Sinners. Christy, did you ever watch Sinners?
No.
You would love it. You would love it because you like scary stuff.
Yeah. I think I tried to last weekend prior to the Oscars, and I just never got around to it. You know what? I'll do that in SLOMW.
SLOMW and Sinners.
Yeah.
Name a more iconic lineup.
I mean, see, we are layered. We are complex.
Yeah,
here at
we
Snark
contain
Pod.
multitudes.
Exactly.
Okay, should we talk about our dark energy objects?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go first. People that don't want to eat on vacation. Like when you're like, oh, hey, do you want to get a coffee and like maybe a pastry? No, I don't eat in the mornings, but you can though. Well, I'm gonna eat like probably every hour, so you better jump on board, bitch.
Yeah, you need to be very careful about who you travel with for that reason. Because some people don't care about like the food situation or what restaurants, like you need to like find a foodie to travel with. And that's why I'm glad my sister's a foodie.
Also, and people that just don't want to do, I don't know, you just have to be aligned on what you want to do and the activities and like the money that you choose to spend. Like it has to be very aligned. Otherwise, you're going to have yourself a fucking time. You know?
Oh, it reminds me of our Tana Mojo episode that we did last week.
What
Where the wine tour, the 6-hour walking tour that she was so mad at. And I'm like, that sounds like my dream.
No, I know. That I want to ask Tana Mojo, can you send me the link to that Viall trip? Because I would like to go.
Yep.
What is yours?
What's that website that like has all of the activities that you can book when you're traveling?
Viator.
Oh my God, there's like another one, but yeah.
There's like Airbnb experiences, but
Yeah,
Viator is
yeah.
usually what I use. Yeah.
Okay, mine is the word casted. Casted is not the past tense of cast. Cast is the grammatically correct word to use no matter what tense you're speaking in. Casted is not correct.
It's not a
and I
word.
feel like there's an epidemic of people using that word to say so-and-so was casted or Taylor Frankie Paul was casted as the Bachelorette. And it's like, no. She was cast. So I just want to, just put it out in the ether. This has actually been on my list for a really long time. And I haven't. I'm like, you know what? I feel like enough people know. No, apparently not. I've been hearing it a lot.
And I think this is the best time to talk about this because the Oscars. Like we're just talking about Oscars, so this is a great DEO, as we talk about.
They just had the first award for best casting. Did you know that?
Oh, I didn't. Who won that?
Christy, you were watching it.
I know, but I don't remember this award.
It was the woman who did the casting for One Battle After Another, I believe.
Oh my God, I was dying at when Conan O'Brien goes, short film, or whenever they introduced short films, he's like, call me by your nickname. One battle. Just one battle. I thought it was so fun. I was like, oh my God.
Kumail Nanjiani, by the way, I think he may have been the one making those jokes. Or maybe it was Conan O'Brien. But Kumail...
I think it was like a person to present.
Kumail Nanjiani, yeah. So he was presenting for short film. And remember, there was a tie, and I think he handled it really, really, really well. He was like, we're gonna have one winner come up and give a speech, and then we'll announce the other winner. And a tie doesn't happen very often. So I think he did it. He handled it really well. But he just got cast. I love him, by the way. I loved what's it called? The Big Sick, and I loved him in Silicon Valley. Such a good show. I like miss that show every day. I think about it a lot. He just got cast in White Lotus new season. So I'm very excited about that because I'm a big fan. Yeah, the White Lotus.
Yep,
there you go.
There was this beautiful half Asian girl that just got cast in.
Oh, is her name? Oh my God, what is her name?
It's gonna bother me. She's
Chloe
so
Bennett.
Chloe Bennett. I was
Yeah.
like, Jesus, she's pretty.
Yeah, so they just announced a bunch of new castings, including Chloe Bennett and Kumail Nanjiani. Obviously, Chris Messina, my man, has also been cast.
Love.
Love him. So that I am very excited for. Speaking of shows, my light energy objects, 2 shows. I started Ladies of London, New Reign.
I heard it's amazing, Sophie.
It's incredible. And I did not watch the first 3. I think there are 3 seasons. I didn't watch. This is a totally new cast, hence the term New Reign. And whoever cast these women, just these specific women, each one of them is incredible casting. Particularly, there's someone named Martha. She has like pin curls. Like she looks like she's from the 1940s. She is She's literally Sonia Morgan. She lives in like a decrepit home that's kind of like the paint is peeling. There's leaks. She's divorced and lost a bunch of money. She grew up privileged. She goes, I'm the classic riches to rags to riches again. Yeah. She's riches to rags to riches because she was really wealthy and privileged and then lost everything. She got discovered by Vivienne Westwood as a model. She used to have a mohawk. She just has like all of this crazy lore, and now she is trying to come up again and make money again, but she's clearly still struggling. She has a magpie bird, a pet bird. I'm sorry. It's like this show is so fucking good. If you're not watching it, please watch Ladies of London. And then the other thing I want to call out. Did you ever watch Jury Duty, Christy?
No.
Don't piss me off. Do not piss me off.
It's too early. Do
not. Like, actually, my heart rate just spiked at the fact that you have not seen Jury. It's like Secret Lives of Mormon Wives,
Sophie.
Sinners, Jury Duty. What else? Okay, Jury Duty is so fucking funny, you guys. The first season.
That's my problem. I don't watch funny things.
Okay, but the first season, if you guys have not watched it, which I hope you have, it involved a bunch of actors pretending that they're doing a jury duty with one unsuspecting. There's literally one person that's not an actor, and his name was Ronald.
I remember. Yes,
James Marsden is there.
Yes,
it is so funny, and so it's like, how are they going to make a season 2 now that like everyone has seen this version? They made it happen, and it's
and it's
a corporate retreat.
Oh fuck yeah!
It's a guy. Everyone else is an actor except this guy Anthony at a corporate retreat. It comes out
so funny
today, March 20th. So I have not watched it yet, but I know what I'm doing this weekend. So
it'll be
excited.
on by the time this airs, so you guys can watch it.
Yeah. So Henry and I are obsessed with the first Jury Duty, the first season. So we are very excited, and they're like. Henry and I don't always have like overlapping television interests.
Sure.
Like I'm watching Roni, he's watching Andor. This is something that we both have in common. So
what network is it on, or streaming platform?
It's on Prime. Sorry.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I really actually want to watch it. That's like such a funny concept. Like everyone's in on the joke except one person, basically.
I know.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
It's so funny, Christy. Like, where have you been?
No, the jury duty sounds so funny. Corporate retreat sounds really funny.
Don't piss me off.
Don't piss me. Don't PMO.
Don't PMO.
Okay, you guys, my LEOs, I have 2. First, Thrifty's ice cream. Did you grow up going to Thrifty's, getting Thrifty's ice cream?
I don't know what Thrifty's is.
Oh, okay. You know Rite Aid? Do you guys have Rite Aid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it's another term. It's another I think Thrifty's is another word for Rite Aid, like Walgreens and CVS. It's like the same thing. Thrifty's ice cream. They sell it other places. It's the best ice cream, and it's cheap. It comes in like huge things, but I love their black cherry vanilla. And I don't know why they call it black cherry vanilla because it's literally just strawberry ice cream with chunks of black cherries in it. When I was a kid, after dance class, me and my mom would go to Thrifty's ice cream across from Pacific Dance and get a scoop of black cherry vanilla with a cake cone. Because I was psychotic and I would get cake cones, not like the other one. The waffle cone. Waffle cones are way better. So black cherry vanilla, but don't sleep on Rocky Road. Rocky Road is consistently my favorite ice cream flavor. I think it's like peak ice cream. Would you agree? I feel like you don't like Rocky Road.
Rocky Road has what in it again?
Almonds, marshmallows, chocolate ice cream.
I don't want like nuts in my ice cream.
No, but it creates like...
I don't like that. I like nuts like in real life, but not in my ice cream. Like if you're making like a hot fudge sundae, I will say hold the nuts, Yeah.
No, I understand, but when I tell you, I feel like I would also have that sentiment, but don't knock it till you try it because it has this like texture where like you're crunching.
Like a crunch. It adds a crunch.
Yeah, and then there's the softness of the marshmallow. Like I just love Thrifty's ice cream, black cherry vanilla, and Rocky Road. So if you guys need a sweet treat, head on over to your local Rite Aid or your local Thrifty's.
This is not sponsored, by the way.
And if anyone is works at corporate Rite Aid, hit me up because I could fuck around with some black cherry vanilla. Second, I know you don't drive, but like I love it. You guys, I don't have a fancy car, as Sophie knows.
She has a cassette player. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
We were just talking about this off mic, and I know we've talked about this in the past. Like Sophie, when she was with me in LA, we were driving. Sophie looks at me dead in the face. Hey, would it kill you to maybe upgrade the?
That makes me sound so bad. In my defense, like Christy knows that it's time to upgrade.
No, honey.
And I said it out of a place. I didn't say it from like a place of, oh my God,
No,
poor
Henry.
I meant it. It came from a place of like actual concern. I was like, how does this thing like safely drive? The cassette player.
Hey, would it kill you to upgrade the car? Maybe. Huh. How do you see when you're trying to merge? But speaking of merging, I love it when I'm merging into like another lane and the person behind me is merging into my lane. We have this understanding where it's like I'm moving towards you, you're moving towards me. And we're doing it simultaneously so there will be no accident. Like, do you guys know what I mean for drivers?
Twin
like,
flame.
Yeah. It's like we're twin flame drivers. And it's like almost like we have this like secret on the highway.
I mean, honestly, like back in my driving days, I know what you mean. It's been a minute, but like, yeah.
It's serendipitous. But no, every time I think of Sophie and I'm driving my fuck ass car, hey, would it kill you?
It came from a place of concern, you guys. That's all. I wasn't trying to be classist.
No. So it's like,
I'm worried about you.
No, my boss tells me the same. He's like, I think it's time to upgrade. And
It's
like,
time.
I tell him, like, then pay me more.
Like, your boss knows how much you make, though. And your boss is like, you can afford it.
No, I know.
You can afford it.
No, I tell him, I was like, then pay me more. Then pay me more. If you want to get me a nicer car, if you want to haggle me, then pay me more. Trade me.
Trade me.
Trade me.
Trade
okay,
me.
you guys, we love you guys so much. All of our links are in our bio, our Substack, our live shows, our Instagrams. What else? I mean, we got so many things going on.
Yeah. Tickets for our live shows that are coming up. It's coming up. Please.
Like less than 2 months now.
Less than 2 months. Link is in our show notes. And then also our Friday newsletter that goes out every week. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening. And, and bonus episodes on our Patreon every Wednesday. So
tomorrow we're talking. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, if you can't wait until Thursday, you can hear us tomorrow. We're doing a true crime episode tomorrow.
Yeah, the disappearance, the vanishing of Brian Schaefer. So
yes,
spooky, and yeah, it's a confounding case. So head on over there if you guys want to hear us talk about it, because it's Sophie and I's kind of Roman Empire type case. Mm-hmm. So we would appreciate you guys so much, and we'll see you either tomorrow on the Patreon or Thursday for another episode of What's the Snark on ... Any guesses? It's a football player.
Ooh.
So we'll see you guys whenever. Bye.
Bye.